What's up, everybody? This is your favorite all-professional cheerleading podcast, Sideline Rewind, coming at you with our fourth episode. I cannot believe it. Oh, my gosh. We are so excited to be back with you. This is our fourth episode, and it's going to be Let's Go, Girls.
Let's go, girls.
Woo! That's a shout-out to Miss Shania Twain.
That's right.
Man, I feel like a woman that came out in 1997, so a little shout-out to her. We want to thank her for that little phrase, but this is going to be talking about tryouts. That is in season right now, and it started in January, and it will probably go through May, like the end of May or something like that. So we're going to discuss all things tryouts for the professional cheerleaders. But first, I want to introduce my co-host. What's up, ladies?
What's up,
Hey,
Rhonda?
pretty Rhonda.
How y'all doing?
Pretty Rhonda.
What have y'all been up to?
Well, since Super Bowl, not a whole lot.
Not a whole
Just
lot.
working. That was so much fun. We actually got to watch it all together.
We
and
did.
It was so much
see
fun.
the Usher show.
Yeah, we did a little Super Bowl shuffle of our own.
We did.
Yes.
Y'all got to check that out on our
Yeah.
Instagram.
As promised. In my head, when we talked about it, I thought it was an actual dance. But once we went back to view it, it was step touch.
It was...
So,
Which is perfect for us.
It was perfect. And we added an old staple, Shaky 8, and 8 count of
Shaky
that with
8.
it. So,
Shaky 8.
Goes
If you
with
know-
anything,
Yes.
every song.
And if you
No
know
matter
Shaky
what.
8,
yeah,
You're
check
in
it
our
out on our
group.
social
You're in our
media.
group.
That's right. Add the shampoo, and you're really cool.
All right.
I love it. So
Oh,
we're all
gosh.
things professional cheer. Thank you all for the likes, the subscriptions, and the downloads so far. We've got some great feedback, so we want to keep that going. Thank you so much for all of that. Continue to watch us on Instagram and Facebook. We're going to try to venture out and get on TikTok here soon.
Ooh.
Woohoo! But please keep those questions coming in, the likes, the subscribes, and the following us on those social media platforms. We want to keep that going. And we have, let me just go ahead and get started because I'm so excited. Can you tell?
Yes.
I'm excited. We have a very, very special guest, and I'm not going to introduce her yet, but I am biting at the bit to do it. But we have a very special guest with us today. She's amazing. This is the first time I got to meet her face to face, but she seems like she's an amazing young
Yes,
lady.
she is.
And I cannot wait to bring her into the conversation. But first, all things tryouts. Ladies, do y'all remember when we tried out?
It was a few years ago, but yes.
I know, like, had to think way, way back. But yes, we do remember that.
Do y'all remember how y'all felt like when they said Titans cheerleaders are having a cheerleader tryout? What did y'all start to do to prepare yourselves?
Well, I'll go first real quick.
Okay.
I actually came from a collegiate dance team.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this big idea. I was going to go try out for the Laker girls. I'm like, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I go into the tryouts, and I made it down to the last group, which was really impressive. But I thought when I was there, I thought, why didn't I think about this before I got here? Like, why didn't I research and do my homework and get to the point that I knew you don't wear your hair up in a ponytail in this type of setting? Like, I'm coming from, UT, we're had a hair bow.
Yes.
And
Wait
so-
just a minute. I'm so sorry. I did not know this fun fact. This is
It is
a
a-
Sideline Rewind fun fact.
It's a
right?
very far back rewind, but it is a
Jeanine,
fun
you-
fact.
Tried out for the Los Angeles
I
Lakers?
did, but so anyway, I think of it this way. I use that experience and being
Yes.
in that environment with all those amazing girls, and then taking the things that I learned there, and then I immediately came back. I think it was within like 2 weeks, and I tried out for Titans, but I knew a lot more. So when I went into Titans,
You were
girl,
prepared.
that hair was down. I had on my matching 2-piece set. Like, I was ready. Like, it was not
I love
like I went from college to a grown up, right? Like
Yes.
that. So it was a really cool experience. So I think it's important. Do your homework before you
Yes.
show up for your tryout,
I
no matter
love
what team
that.
you're going to try out for.
Absolutely.
So,
I love that. I didn't know that, Jeanine.
Fun
Did you know
fact.
that?
No, I did not
Fun
know it.
fact.
What a fun fact.
Yeah.
I could hug your neck. I'm so proud of you. I didn't know that.
And she will.
Yes.
I know
Anita,
she
what
will.
did you do? What did you
So
think?
I was, I think, 28 when I tried out, and I hadn't done any. I don't have technical dance experience, obviously, anyway. But I hadn't been dancing for 10 years since I graduated, and I was training for a fitness competition. So I tried to get back into the dance scene and try to figure out like sequencing and everything. Like I
Yes.
really was trying to get back into that mode. Physically, I was in good shape. I was fine, but that's the part I had to work on.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if you remember, but the stadium Adelphia Coliseum wasn't built yet.
Correct.
And the little trailers, those work trailers,
Yeah.
we went there
That
for
was
an
our
actual in-person interview with
interview.
Mika.
I remember that.
And I remember just thinking, like, we're going to go, and I just thought this, like, drill sergeant, choreographer, she was, like, amazing. She was going to be, like, just cold and hard.
Yes.
And she was the sweetest, kindest
yes.
human being. And I was like, she just made you instantly feel comfortable.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, this is cool. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's good.
was
That's
so
awesome.
cool.
I just remember being very nervous but excited. I had just finished with the Cats in '98, and then the Titans announced that they were coming.
So you had some experience in the professional
Right.
Just a
world.
little bit,
Yeah.
I did. And then I just remember thinking, I just need to get in shape. Like, I wanted to make sure that I looked the part and then was prepared to do everything else, the dancing
Sure.
part. But just, I wanted to, like, running and all of that stuff, I wanted to make sure I was physically
Right.
ready to roll. But I was very nervous. And I think that was the main thing. It was just like coming into 400 or 500 girls just showing up raw.
Insanity.
That
Right.
was very intimidating. Like, it felt like chaos at the Opryland Hotel.
It was, and it's very
Well, it
different
was.
now because they don't have that situation where you have 500 people lined
Just
up
showing
all
up.
the way down a hallway, just show up.
It's-
open call style.
Yes,
It's more
it was
of a
very intimidating.
pre-screening, situation these
Yeah,
days. So,
it was
It
scary.
was intimidating.
It was
but
very
super
scary,
fun.
but
'Cause you're
fun.
like, oh, there's so and so, and there's so you're like seeing people you know in line. Like, hey,
Yes.
girls.
I had no idea they were trying out. and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was a
super
really
fun.
cool experience, and those were our ideas. And I wanted to, since we're talking about tryouts and the preparation part, Jeanine and Anita. Anita's all about fitness, and she's cheerleading too, but she is fitness. And Jeanine, she does dance. So I want to give them, if somebody is trying out, I want to go, what do they need to do? Like, if in your professional opinions, what do you think that they need to do?
I think they need to take every class that they can take, any of the clinics. Like, don't think, oh, you can skip out on that. I think, in my opinion, I think you should go to all of them. I've said that before. I think, like I said before, just do your homework. If you know somebody that has cheered or has experience, ask them. It doesn't hurt. The more information you have, the better off you're going to be, and the more well-rounded and more knowledge you're going to have. And I think that's something that a lot of people forget about. They're like, oh, I can dance. I'm a really good dancer. Yes, I'm sure you are. But do you have all of the things that it takes to be representative of these teams? And it is a lot of things. It's not just dance.
Yes.
So I think that's important to remember. What about you,
Anita, what do you think?
So obviously with fitness, there's the three components you're going to hit, and one of them is strength training. And so you not only look strong, but you feel strong when you go out there, and there's a level of confidence you get from
That's
that. The cardiovascular training, so that you can get through those routines and still have all the facial expression and not look like you're gasping for air.
It's a lot. I mean,
It's a lot.
yeah.
And then the mobility and flexibility training, so you can hit all the moves and it reduces your risk for injury. So those three things will keep you very prepared.
I love
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
good. I think that's important information. And just make sure, ladies and guys, and if you're thinking about trying out for cheerleader somewhere, please just make sure you go and do the research and make sure that you're ready, that you're ready, that they will notice you and won't forget you in a positive way.
Correct. That's right. That's the goal.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Anita, you good?
Yeah, and I think also, like you said, showing up for the prep classes, you're being seen by the people who are seeing your work ethic and whatever.
Right.
And I think that's important too.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
those prep classes are going on right now, and for the NFL cheerleading squads, they started in January. They go through probably go through April, but they are having those right now. So if you're in your city and that you want to try out for that, please go to the website, and we're posting them on our Instagram stories about information for the Colts and the Texans, the Bengal cheerleaders. If you are interested, go to their website or come to our stories on Instagram or Facebook to check out when those prep classes are. They are so important for
That's
auditions.
right. That's right.
Exactly.
To get you
Yeah.
ready for that. And Anita, are you
Yes.
gonna tell everybody about our amazing
Yes.
special
Please
yes,
guest?
do
yes.
it, Anita.
So
We
without
can't wait.
further
Go.
ado, welcome creative director, choreographer, dancer, and baton twirler, Mel Gibbs. She has over 15 years of experience coaching, creating opportunities, and bridging gaps of diversity for dancers. She's celebrating her 4th season with the Tennessee State University Aristocrat of Bands as the director and choreographer of the Sophisticated Ladies. She's been featured in Essence Magazine and The Tennessean, worked with various artists, and the creative director for the band's Grammy Award-winning album, The Urban Hymnal. She has taken the Sophisticated Ladies brand to the next level, heightening national recognition around the team. It is our pleasure to have you here with us today, Mel.
Yay! Woo!
Yes.
You get a clap.
Clapper, let us have it. Yes.
I was trying to contain myself.
So happy you're here, Mel.
I'm happy to
that
be
you're
here.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Likewise.
Nice to
Yes.
I
meet
feel
you.
like I always watch you guys on Instagram, so now to see, well, I've seen Jeanine before, but like,
Yeah.
see y'all in person
Yes.
now, I'm like, yes.
Oh, we're so happy you're here. I'm so
We're
glad you could come.
So happy. So
be
I
with
want
us.
us to know a little bit about you. Tell us about yourself, your background. Anita told us a little bit, but tell us a little fun fact that we probably don't know. Tell us about your team that you coached and their accomplishments under your direction.
Yeah, so I try to say I'm from Nashville a little bit because I kind of am, but then I'm kind of not.
Yeah.
But I'm originally from Charleston, South Carolina. Went to high school here, Nashville School of the Arts.
That's awesome.
Shout out to all my NSA alums.
Yes.
And after high school, I went to Jackson State University where I was in the band there as a twirler.
The Sonic
Yes.
Boom.
Yes. So most people, it's funny because most people, even from high school, they're like, "Oh, you're the girl that twirls fire." Like if they don't know my name, they know that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So they're like,
That
"Yeah,
is
that's that girl that
awesome.
twirls fire."
Yes.
But I've just been coaching and teaching dance since I got out of college. It's funny because I never really wanted a career in dance. When I went to college, I was like,
really?
I don't want to do anything in dance. I want to do PR.
Wow.
I want to work in the music industry. Yeah. And God clearly had another plan.
Yes.
And so now here I am, years later, coaching at Tennessee State University.
That's awesome.
As the director and choreographer for the Sophisticated Ladies.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Definitely a roller coaster of everything. But just even in the 4 years that I've been there, I feel like it's gone by like super quick. I feel like I just got the job yesterday.
Yeah.
And just so much has happened. I've grown so much just in being in the position.
Absolutely.
And working
for
with the
you.
girls
Yeah.
and working with the band. So I'm just literally here growing and learning throughout the process. But in that, I've had the ability to like work with NFL and NBA coaches and just kind of be in that
Right.
atmosphere.
That's
Awesome.
great.
That is
and
great.
It's been fun.
I love that.
Yeah. Look at you.
Go, girl. I love it.
And
That deserves a clap.
And I'm going to clap again because, listen, Tennessee State University alumni and Jackson State University alumni, we got your girl here. She is representing both school in a great way, and I just
That's
want to put
right.
that out there. Y'all need to support her. We're so excited to have her here, and I'm from Mississippi. My family went to Tennessee State, so I think I have that little bit of to say.
Yes,
Let's
go for
give y'all a
it.
shout out and support this
Absolutely.
lady. Woo,
Yes.
woo!
Thank
Awesome.
you.
You've judged the Titans cheerleaders for several years now, right?
Yeah.
So what are you looking for specifically when you judge? What makes someone stand out to you, like one of the competitors or dancers that they may not even think about?
Ooh, so I always look at it through like two lenses. So obviously, like because I'm a coach, I look at the dance perspective and people's lines and how they perform.
Right.
Yes.
But then I also look at it from like the untrained eye.
Right, sure.
So like what is it that this person does that like strikes my attention? Because most people in the audience, they typically don't have any type of dance experience.
That's
correct.
So they're
Right.
looking for something completely different.
Right.
Yes.
The it factor.
So I do, the it factor. And so typically, like, that's what I'm looking for. Because I feel like by the time you get to finals, you've obviously, like, you've hit the marks that you need to from a dance perspective.
That's
Yes.
right.
And so then once you get to finals and I'm sitting there, I'm listening to how you speak because there's a whole nother component outside
Absolutely.
of dance.
Yes.
That is super important.
Very
and
important.
just thinking about the brand of that specific team.
Sure.
Do you fit the mold for that? You know?
Yes.
That's
I love it.
really what I'm looking at when I'm judging.
That's great. Yes.
I think that's
excellent.
great.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. And then do you think when you're judging, have you had to do an interview, like a one-on-one interview? Or can you just kind of tell personality-wise what that is in the person when they're performing?
Yeah, so I haven't done any one-on-one interviews from a pro level.
Mm-hmm.
But just them getting up on stage and having to introduce themselves
Yes.
Says a
and
lot.
answer a question like says a lot. Even if you can't answer the question well, how you introduce yourself
Correct.
says a lot about
Absolutely.
who you are, how
Yes.
you will present
Your
yourself in
confidence.
different
Yeah, sure.
That's great.
in different situations.
I love
so
that.
that's big.
That's huge.
And as a coach and judge, how important do you feel preparing for the process is? Like as far as going to extra clinics, dance classes, or even private coaching? Like what's your opinion on that?
Ooh, that is the most important part. I feel like that's almost as important as showing up.
Right.
Yes.
At the actual auditions. You were talking earlier about like doing your research. And that
Yes.
is so big because not every team is going to fit your aesthetic, your personality,
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
your
Yes.
beliefs. So you really have to figure out, is that team a match for you more than you wanting to be on that team? Like, does it fit who you are?
Right.
Yes.
That's
I
a
love
good way
that.
to say that.
That's
Yes.
a very good way to say that.
And training is so important. I think people sometimes get caught up in the fact that they can dance or they've been on a team before.
Yes.
But it's a different
Right.
atmosphere in a different world. I even like from a college level, I always share it with girls like, do your homework. But then also doing your homework doesn't just mean looking at YouTube videos or whatever is on Instagram.
Yes.
Like, go to the workshops.
Sure.
Take different classes from different people because you're not going to be working with the same people all the time. Like,
Right.
if you trained with one coach all your life, say bye-bye and go
Yeah, you do.
work
Yeah.
with somebody
It just makes you
else.
well-rounded. It makes you a better
Yeah.
dancer, but also a better person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you can work with any personality or any different teaching styles and things like that.
You're
Yeah.
coachable.
And just because you can dance at the club does not mean, right?
Say it again.
Say that
Say it again. Or TikTok.
Right.
You know, you got
Right.
the latest TikTok dance that
Yes.
does not count.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's great. Good for you. I mean, it's awesome, but it's not necessarily what they
Know your
what
audience.
you're
You're
looking
looking for. That's
So,
great.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
wonderful. Most tryouts are self-tape style submission first round these days. And I don't know if that's due to COVID or what.
I
but
think it started with COVID, and I think they
Yeah.
just figured out it's just easier.
gotcha. Okay,
It's
and then just
easier
kind of
to
stuck with it.
narrow it down, and you get the best of the best for that final.
So you don't
audition.
have the 500 people
Correct.
standing in line
And
at
it is a
Opryland.
time. Yeah, it makes it easier for the
Yeah.
time and
Time-consuming.
everything, but you get down to the best of the best for the finals.
That's good. So, what advice do you have for someone when they are preparing these videos to maximize their chances to stand out in a good way? And I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but let's go over it again for this purpose.
Just again, kind of going back to the research, like think about how you want to show up. Like when you do your videos, you need to present yourself in a way that makes whoever is on the other end, on the receiving end, see you in that position, like see you as a cheerleader for whatever team.
Right.
Yes.
Making sure you have plenty of space to actually do your
Yes.
routine and there's no distractions. Like I should not be looking at somebody else or your laundry or
That is such
whatever.
that's an excellent point.
That's
because
a
I
great
think
point.
people don't think about those things, but it's so important to have a blank background and shoot your
Yes.
video in landscape mode and not, just be smart
they may
about it. Do
not-
your homework on that. How to shoot a correct self-tape or a
Yes.
correct
They may
audition.
think you're just looking at their dance ability
No.
and not realize.
it's
so
all you can
they
see.
don't understand the importance, maybe.
All she's looking at is how many dirty socks you got laying around in the
or
back.
your dog or your cat walking across the video. Like,
So in other words, pretend you're on
that's
stage.
such a cute dog,
Pretend you're on
and then you
stage.
miss the whole performance. And
Wait, did she just dance?
Yeah,
I was
right.
watching the dog.
The dog's
yeah,
so
no,
cute.
and I've done that before where something will be distracting and they only have so many seconds to do their dance. And I'm
Right.
like, wait, I definitely just, let me rewind. I
Right.
definitely just missed
Right.
what they were doing.
But they're
And
lucky
how
you
sweet
did
are you to
rewind. Yes.
That's what I was going to
That's
say.
sweet. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because some people
Would just
Yeah.
skip
But
on
not.
through.
Right. Right. And it's like, let's just be honest. It's like, so if you see something like that, would that be that's probably a negative.
It is. And mentally, I dock points because I'm like, this was not the best presentation. And it says a lot about how you would show up.
Sure.
Like, in
Oh,
person.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
totally
You know,
agree.
so if you give me, a video that's subpar, well, now I have to think about the type of person, type of teammate that you're going to be on the team.
that
And
is
I don't
spot
want to
on.
deal with
Yeah,
someone
that's
that's
gold.
like that.
That's true.
Right.
That's
So,
very,
yeah.
And so
very
should
true.
we be in our bedroom recording our tryout tape?
I don't
Okay,
think-
I've seen that.
I don't think so.
Oh gosh.
Some people they were in their bedroom in front of their mirror, and I saw them during their for a tape submission. So it's like you should.
Yeah.
Where should they be? So
I
it should
would
be
much rather somebody, if you don't have space within your house or you don't have access to a studio, even if you have to do it outside, just make sure that it's someplace where there's not a lot of people.
Distractions.
There's
in the
no
background.
distractions in the background. Yeah, and you can get you a good, clean video outside.
Right, you sure
Absolutely.
can. Yeah.
Yes.
Outside
Yeah.
is an excellent
It's good advice.
choice. Yeah.
That's great advice.
But you'd also be surprised how many studios would be willing to lend you their space when they know what
or
you're
a workout
doing.
facility,
A workout
a
facility.
apartment complex, or wherever you may
Absolutely.
have.
That's good information for somebody.
That is.
Hello.
Take notes. You can tell we're together.
Yeah, we are.
What's the best advice you'd give someone as they step on the stage to compete for the coveted spot on their desired team?
Ooh, the best advice I would say is to be confident and own who you are.
Yes.
I think if you do all the preparation and everything you need to in the front end, at that point, like, you just have to own it, know who you are, not be afraid to show up and show out.
Yes.
Right.
Don't look at anybody else. Like, literally just focus on you and just do your best. That's all you can do at the end of the day.
That's
Very good.
I mean, it's plain and simple.
That's
There you go.
excellent.
That's it.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Love that.
I love
that's,
that.
That's exactly
I
right.
love it.
If you do try out and don't make it, what advice do you have to give those that may want to try out again next season?
Ooh, definitely have the confidence to try again.
Yes.
Don't be discouraged, and I know that sounds like a pageant answer, but like, literally, don't be discouraged.
It's true.
No doesn't always mean never. It just means like not right now or next opportunity.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah, come on, somebody.
Ask for feedback. Like, that's if you can.
Yes.
Ask for feedback, whether it's from one of the judges, if you have access to them, or the coach, or just someone else that was at the audition. Even self-reflection. Like, think about what you did, what you didn't
prepare,
do.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at the people who made the team and try to, see, okay, well, this person, they wore their hair like this, or their makeup was like this, and mine what. Like, there's so many different ways to try to figure out how you can better yourself next time.
Right.
But then again, just go back and work harder.
Right. I think
love
you have to
that.
have an open mind about it too. You can't just be closed off. Oh, they didn't like me, so that's it.
Right.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, and I think sometimes too, we look at like when we don't make a team, it's easy for us to get caught up in everyone else around us saying, "Oh, it's their loss, it's their loss," and yes, but no.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
sometimes there's just more you need. There's something else that you need, something you're missing. So don't look at it as that team losing out. That's just
You're going to
needing
get better.
to learn
exactly.
more. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I love
It's
that.
such a good way to think of it.
Absolutely.
I love
And
it.
you get to grow in a lot of different ways as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something you need to do. I love that. Okay, so this is a great one. Have you ever had any former team members go to the NFL or pro teams?
Not yet, but one day. So
Yes.
I'm like I said, I'm in my 4th season.
Yes.
So the girls that came in with me are now seniors. So they're
okay.
graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and my team is really young. Majority of my team are freshmen and sophomores.
Okay.
I have 3 graduating this year, 1 that just graduated in the fall and 2 graduating in May. So my team is really, really young.
Okay.
Of those 3 graduating, 2 are interested in auditioning for pro teams.
Good for
They
them.
both want to take like a little break, but I'm
Yes.
like,
Got you.
okay, I understand these 4 years has been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a
You
grind.
know, but when you're ready to train, when you're ready to say go,
Right.
I am here and we are
love
punching
it.
the pedal to the metal. Yeah.
So awesome.
She's an awesome coach. I love,
love that.
I love it.
What is your favorite part of being a coach and director?
I think my favorite part is seeing it all click. You
Yes.
know, because coaching can be very frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
sure.
fun and it's rewarding and all that, mumbo jumbo stuff, but it is stressful and hard. And you're responsible for so much beyond dance.
Yes.
And so seeing the things that I say, like, you fuss and fuss and fuss, and you're like, why are you not getting it? And then when it does, and they're like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing something.
Yes,
right?
hallelujah.
you sure are.
But then just like from a performance perspective, like knowing the work that we put in, and just seeing great performances come out of all the hard work, that's the best part.
Very rewarding.
That's so rewarding.
That
It definitely is.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
You're empowering young ladies.
I'm
You
trying.
are. You are.
You definitely
You're
are.
doing a great
Awesome.
job. I love that, y'all.
Yes.
I love
And
that.
so,
Gets another
on
clap.
that high note, we understand that you had a special once-in-a-lifetime experience lately. Can you tell us about that?
Ooh, which
Of just recently,
Last weekend?
maybe just really recently.
at the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Super
no.
Bowl.
So I was really proud as a former twirler for Jackson State for Sonic Boom of the South. It was really great to see the band performing with Usher.
that is
I
amazing.
was like, okay, yes,
Yes.
put on for the not even just the city, but like for HBCU bands in general. Like I was just excited, but then like it was a way for me to brag because I am at TSU.
Yes,
And oh my gosh, I catch hell from both sides.
you do.
Because were however you want to word it,
Rivals.
rivals. Yeah, and so people are always like, "Oh, you just own Jackson State now," and I'm like, "No, I don't. I still love JSU." And so to see that, I definitely had to like post it in my stories and be
course.
proud and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff because I'm like, look, I'm winning on both sides. Here.
Exactly.
You are. Well, that's really special and
Very
amazing.
cool.
Yes.
I mean, Usher was we were great backup dancers as well. We
Yeah,
had
we
some
were.
things going on here.
We crushed it
We
here.
crushed
yes.
it.
We
Yes.
crushed it. We could have had our own little.
Yeah, we could have.
We did have our own
We
little.
did.
Yeah.
We needed you there with us.
We
No.
probably
Exactly.
would.
Look, I was so nervous because I thought I was gonna miss halftime. That's the only reason I was gonna watch the Super Bowl. And
Right.
so, my flight got delayed. I was coming back in town, and I was like, if I don't get on this plane in time to catch halftime, I'm going to be so mad. So I did catch it though. I was up in the air, headed
love
back
it.
to Nashville, and I caught halftime. I was like, yes, Lord.
Yes, good.
That's
job.
amazing.
That's so cool. That is
I love
so
that
cool.
you got that. That is so great. I'm so excited.
Yes. So, guess what time it is? It's
What
time
time is it?
time to talk about our teams of the week and our favorite rewinds and things that from these teams. And so let's hear it.
Let's
Rhonda, you
hear
want to go
it.
first?
So, we're gonna do some sideline rewind fun facts. And so I have this week the New England Patriot Cheerleaders.
Woo!
Their debut was 1971. And they usually, usually are formerly known as, but they are still known as
One
the
of the
New
few.
England Patriot Cheerleaders. Their mascot is Pat Patriot. They currently have 33 members. The team also releases a swimsuit calendar every year. Their tryouts are held at Gillette Stadium. In 2008, this is a really good fun fact. In 2008, the squad went to China to train the Chinese dancers for the 2008 Summer Olympics.
Oh, wow.
cool.
That's really cool.
Wow.
And then this is cute. I just think this is amazing. And I don't know how many squads can say this, but I'm going to put this out there. They have had 4 Miss Rhode Island USAs,
Wow.
Love that.
2 Miss Massachusetts
Wow.
USA, and 1 Miss New Hampshire.
Go,
Now,
girls.
I think that's pretty
queens.
impressive.
Talk about let's go, girls.
Yeah, let's go, girls.
I thought that was pretty impressive.
Wow.
Yes.
The New England Patriot Cheerleaders, they are a part of the NFL Alumni Association. They do have a website. And just another great thing that's coming up, they are hosting this year the NFL Alumni Reunion in Boston this summer.
Yay.
If you're an alumni, let's get registered.
Let's
I
go,
think the
girls
cutoff date
and
is
boys.
April the 1st to
Uh-oh,
get
it's coming up.
registered. So it is
Yes,
coming up
it
really
is.
quickly. Please go and
Your
'Cause
sideline
we're going to be there.
Rewind
and
co-hosts will
we
be
wanna
there.
meet you.
the podcast will be on the streets of Boston.
That's it.
Footage in Boston.
Representing. So check out they are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. They have a YouTube channel and they're on X, formerly known as Twitter. They've got a great website on their cheerleaders representing them. Go check them out. That is the New England Patriot Cheerleaders.
Woohoo.
Woohoo!
All right, Anita, who
Who
you
we
got?
got?
I've got the Arizona Cardinal Cheerleaders. So they were in 1964 to 1987 known as the St. Louis Cardinals Big Red Line Cheerleaders. They are part of the NFL alumni, by the way,
That's
even though
awesome.
they no longer are known as the St. Louis Cardinals.
There we go.
Okay.
In 1998 to 1993, they were known as the Phoenix Cardinal Cheerleaders. And then from 1994 to the present, they were known as the Arizona Cardinal Cheerleaders. Prior to 1990, the Cardinal Cheerleaders were owned and operated by a business outside the franchise. So that's kind of
Wow,
an
that
interesting
is
fact.
That is
Interesting.
very interesting.
They have 30 current members of their team, and their mascot is Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red.
The current-
Why does that make me? Why is that funny to me? I don't know.
They were sponsored by Big Red Gum. No,
I
just
love
kidding.
That. Hey, Big Red.
Big Red. The Cardinal.
Okay.
I think it's a Cardinal. Okay.
It is a Cardinal.
That's a fun fact. It is a cardinal,
That is a
and it
fun
is big
fact.
and red.
Yes.
There we go.
So the current Cardinal cheerleaders have an alumni association, but they're not affiliated with the NFL Alumni Association. So you can go to their website
Yes.
if you want to be part of their alumni program. They are on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
That's awesome.
I love it.
I love that.
Go Cardinals.
Yes. Big Red.
Go Big
Go
Red.
Big Red. That's how I'm going to say it. Because I love that. Go Big Red. I've got the Houston Texans cheerleaders. Woohoo! Yes. Their debut was in 2002, so they are babies.
They are babies.
Yes, by comparison.
Compared
Yeah.
to everybody
They basically
else, yes.
started when we finished.
Oh,
Baby.
Anita,
I'm
watch
sorry.
out.
I'm sorry.
I just literally almost had a tear come out of my eye.
I mean,
I'm like, wait.
everyone's choked up now. Okay. I'm sorry.
choked up
Janine,
over
continue.
here.
Oh,
Ooh, Lord.
that's okay. That's okay.
That's
Their
a good
mascot
rewind.
is Toro. They have 35 members. The squad also makes off-the-field appearances at charity events and parties. In 2011, the squad held a Birds and Birdies golf tournament at Cypresswood Golf Club. Also in 2011, the squad had an HTC All-Stars group. This is really cool. Before a game against the Carolina Panthers, in which the cheerleaders from across Houston got together to perform at the Happy Holidays show. So that's kind of cool.
That's
like
cool.
across, they
That's
got
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
all the
Yes.
cheerleaders across Houston to get together. I love that.
That's awesome.
The squad also acts as mentors to young girls in the Houston area via the Junior Cheerleader Program, which you guys know that I love that. I just love that
Yes.
whole concept. And are one of the major advocates in Houston for female empowerment. Woo!
Yes.
Let's go, girls.
That's what it's about.
Let's go, girls.
Come on
I
now.
love that.
I love that.
I love that. So they've done some really cool things. They have a section on their website called Off the Field, the Houston Texans Cheerleaders Military Tour in Poland. So they did that.
Cool.
The
Awesome.
former Houston Texans cheerleader named Teacher of the Year, which
awesome.
I
how
love
awesome
that.
is
That
that?
is great.
Yes,
That is really good.
And they also, I really love this one too. They also virtually played bingo with the senior citizens.
Oh,
I mean,
that's so
What a
cute.
cool idea.
That's
And
sweet.
so how
Very
sweet is
fun.
that?
That's
that
really
just
good.
says so much. And so when we were talking about tryouts and being so well-rounded in the full package, this is where you do your homework and
Exactly.
you go,
Yes.
oh, wait, I have to know more than that 12 8 counts.
Right,
And
exactly.
so I think
Yes.
that really says a lot about their organization and the people that they are. So I love that. They are part of the NFL Alumni Association.
Woohoo.
And also there's a really cool, if you go on the HoustonTexans.com, they have this section of videos on there that I found. And there's an episode relating to tryouts. There's an episode called Earning Your Boots, episode 1, Dedication to the Dream. So they have a little series
that's
on
cool.
there that you can go on and watch, and it's from last year, so it's recent. So you
Love
can
it.
see the tryout process.
Well, there you
and
go.
people that are trying out. So I found that very interesting. So you guys
That's
go check
great.
that out. That's a really good
Good.
idea.
That's very
So,
good.
to follow that tryout process. So,
That's right. And I think that ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in tryout, go on their website. They've got some great information, more than what we're telling you. But just if you're interested, go find out what they're about. I mean, go find out what they do off the field to make sure that you have the time and commitment. And let's talk about, everybody ask, is that a full-time job? Is that your full-time job?
no, it's yes and no.
You know, it is, but it's not. I mean, it is going to take a lot of your time, but just know what you're signing up for.
Correct. Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
So we're going to kind of start wrapping it up. Woo-hoo! I don't know if you guys are ready. It makes me kind of sad. It's been so fun.
Such a fun time. I
really
love
has.
it.
But now it's time to ask Mel, what is your favorite rewind? Meaning, what's your favorite memory of your time, your own personal time when you performed, or as a coach, or as a judge, or any of all of the above?
Or your favorite, maybe give us two, a rewind of your tryout moment.
Bring it
when
all,
you tried out.
We will take it.
Oh, Lord.
When you tried out.
When you tried out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you two. Okay, so when I did try out at Jackson State, I had no idea that, and this is where research comes into play.
Okay.
I had no idea that I was auditioning in front of the whole school.
Oh, wow.
And so I thought that I was just auditioning in front of like the band directors and the band staff. I knew I had to do an interview. They did not mention that this was like a whole event.
Oh my goodness.
And you audition in front of the whole school.
Wow.
Oh my word.
And so, I mean, granted, okay, I performed in front of lots of people, but this is a little different. I'm like, my scholarship is on the line. And also, it was different because they boo you if they don't like what you're doing.
This is like the Apollo.
Yeah.
My gosh.
And so the only difference is, at least at the Apollo, they let you do a little something before they boo
kick you off?
No, they boo you if they don't know who you are.
When you
They
walk
boo
out?
you as you walk out.
What?
Oh,
And so you
better
really
be confident when you walk
I was
out.
going to say, talk about a confidence crusher right there.
I was
Dang.
like, oh, this is brand new. I'm not.
That's a rewind for sure.
That is.
And so, I mean, I made it throughout, and I remember telling myself, I was like, Melanie, so whatever you do, do not drop your baton, because I swear to God, like, no. So I did it. I got through it. It went from boos to applause.
Yes.
So, yes, thank God for that.
Awesome.
But that is a moment, literally, I will never forget. They don't do that anymore.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
FYI, they don't do that anymore. But back then, yes.
Wow.
You are a soldier.
Yes. That's amazing.
I don't know if I could have done that.
Yeah, that's
brutal.
That's
That is
something.
hard.
Performing and
A whole
auditioning in front of the whole
gym.
school is
Yeah.
very
That's
different.
full of people.
But you think about experiences like that has molded you into where you are today,
That's
to have
true.
the confidence to be this director and coach and in
Yes.
charge. So think of it that way.
And everything had to feel easier after that.
Absolutely. You can say, I can do anything.
It was. I've never looked at it like that. But
Yes.
in that moment, I was petrified on the inside.
Yes.
So, oh my gosh.
Wow. That's very
That
impressive.
is. Oh,
That is crazy.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. But I think my other, I guess, moment is kind of twofold. So one would be I have a great relationship with the Titans cheerleaders, and so we collaborate every year on something.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
awesome.
So we did a collab halftime performance at a TSU game, and it was absolutely amazing. They did field show with us, so like we did a few counts, they did a few counts, and then we collabed and did some
Yes,
counts.
I love that.
And then they did
that.
our concert tune with us, which is typically like a slower song that anybody from pretty much any generation can relate to
Right,
when they
yes.
know the song.
Yeah.
So we did that together.
Oh,
And
that's
then
so cool.
I have
That's
to
really
give
cool.
one more, and somewhat of a shameless plug.
Go.
But my greatest moment, honestly, so far is being able to get scholarships for my dancers.
Oh, I love that.
So when I
amazing.
came in, we did not have scholarships.
See, look at you.
Mel.
Now we do.
That should be your finest
And
moment.
I
love
produced
it.
That
a
is so
short
good.
documentary about it. And so it's coming out in March.
Wow, you go, girl.
So y'all have to come to the screening of it. It's
Yes,
gonna be
yes, we
yes.
definitely will.
We will
Please invite
definitely
us.
plug it on our
Yes,
social
share the
apps.
link.
Yes,
Yes. So
absolutely.
I'm really excited about
Good
that.
for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Very proud of
awesome.
you.
Did we get the first dibs on that?
Yeah.
Sideline Rewind.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
So exciting.
I love that.
That's
oh
so
my
awesome.
gosh, y'all. Mel, I could cry.
I know.
That's so
That's
awesome.
Because that's what
super
it's about.
cool.
It's about
That's what it's
Exactly.
about.
building a legacy and changing lives and
Yeah.
leaving a tradition that you started.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a
I'm
positive
really
way.
excited.
And doing those things for others is amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're very happy for you.
She's
Michelle.
literally
Thank
crying.
you.
So,
Will you
so-
come back on later?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes.
Come back
no,
on
the
and see
happy
us.
tears.
Yes,
Happy
the
tears
happy
for
tears.
sure.
When it comes out. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. We'll have her back.
I just think
Yeah.
that is what we.
That is it.
It's to leave in
It's
our
such a-
lives. It's
so
about
much
living
bigger.
a legacy.
That's right.
Something
Yeah.
that's and making it better for the next generation to come. That is what it's about. That is what it's about,
Absolutely.
and that's
Little
what
more
we're-
applause.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Down
what
low
it's-
applause.
That's what it's about. So thank you so much for being on. We
Yes.
are so thankful.
So
Thank
happy
you
to have you.
guys.
Yes. So fun.
Gosh. And ladies
a
and
cool
gentlemen, we are wrapping
experience.
up this episode, but it went by so fast.
Yes.
Really did.
And we've got some more episodes coming up. I cannot believe it's episode 4, but we have got so much more to cover. We're going to the Boston, Massachusetts for the alumni reunion. We've got
Yes.
more tryout information coming in. We're going to have more information about the squads that do not have cheerleaders.
Right.
The NFL squads
we
that
wanna
don't.
investigate
football teams
that
that
and-
don't
yeah.
have cheerleaders. Anita, do you
Yeah,
want to give a
it's-
little tip?
I mean,
tidbit
it's
on
so
that?
interesting because I feel like we all have known a lot about football
Yeah.
throughout our experience with the Titans. And we knew about cheerleading only
Right.
through the Titans' eyes, I guess. And so when we started this podcast and just learning about all the different
We're
teams
learning
and
so much.
Yes, we are.
I got in this deep dive trying to figure out, it's confusing of what teams started here and ended
Right,
here, but
yes.
also
Who was an Ed?
figuring
Who was
yes, figuring out which teams have which NFL teams have cheerleaders, which do not, which previously did and do not now, and
Right.
why. And I mean, I went down a rabbit hole, and it was so exciting and fun. I can't wait to share with you
I know.
all the information we're finding out.
Yes.
and you're gonna love it.
I can't wait. We should actually
learning so
start
much.
a poll and see how many teams did the shampoo when they started their dance.
we should do that.
The
We should-
shampoo.
Shampoo. How many teams
Shampoo.
started their dance? 'Cause that's the opening post for everything we ever did. So,
Absolutely. I
if
think
you
that
know
should
that,
be
you're in our group.
you are in our group, and you're going to be
Retro.
well represented.
That's
right.
right. That's
You're
right.
going to know that.
All right.
We want to thank everyone again. Thank you, Mel, for coming.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
We're
you.
so
Thank you.
appreciative.
Guys.
Honored to have
And
you.
we want to give a shout out also again to Mr. Jimmy for the use of his studio.
Yes.
It is beautiful in here. We could not do this without you. And Tim,
Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim, we want to thank you
Our
for
sound
being our
genius.
sound guy. He is our sound genius. We could not do this without you.
That's right.
Sideline Rewind podcast, all things professional cheerleading. Like, subscribe, download, tell all your friends about it. Jackson State University and Tennessee State University, you have been represented very well. We want to hear from you guys.
Absolutely.
Show some love, show some support to your girl over here, Mel. She has represented y'all very well today. Thank you all. Anita, Jeanine, as always, it is a pleasure. I'm going to cry. I don't know
Don't
why.
cry. It's okay.
But I just, I cannot believe, I was thinking, wait, coming over here, I can't believe we're doing this. And I'm so happy because I think that we're going to,
It's the best.
again, we're just trying to make things better for the next generation and make something positive in
That's
this
right.
world.
Something positive.
And so it is a privilege and a pleasure to know
We love
and
you.
to
We
be
love
here
you.
with you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go, girls.
Let's go, girls.
We're out.
Woohoo!